Hi everyone, it's Jennifer with Rusty Velvet, and today I wanted to share with you some things from my latest thrift haul. The things I'm going to show you today actually came from two different places. I went to a thrift store for some of these items, which does have a little bit higher prices, and then I bought a few things from the bins yesterday. I didn't get very much because I was only there for a short amount of time, but I do feel like I got a few things that I wanted to share with you. And as I was pulling everything together, I noticed that most of the stuff I have are shoes, and it's not that I necessarily love selling shoes. I think shoes are hard to store and some of them can be really expensive to ship, but I personally love shoes and books. Those are my two things, shoes and books, that I can never seem to have enough of. I have a tendency to go there first, and so whenever I run out of time, it's everything else that kind of gets shortchanged. So the first item I wanted to share with you are these Carlos Santana platform shooties. Shootie is just simply a term that means part shoe and part boot, and if I remember correctly, I think it was Piperlime that actually came up with that term. I don't know if anybody else here remembers that website, but I personally loved Piperlime and was heartbroken when that website shut down. So again, I think they were the ones that came up with the term shootie. But anyways, these Carlos Santana shooties, it's just an ankle boot. These are in excellent condition. I paid $7 for these. They originally retailed for about $159. And so since they are in really good shape, I am hoping to be able to get between $30 and $40 for these shoes. So this next pair of shoes I wanted to share with you. When I first saw them on the rack, I knew that there was something special and unique about them simply because they had that look. Like, I knew that there was something about them, and so I had to pick them up. I did some research when I got home, and it took a while, but I finally found some information about them. And it is these BCBG Max Osria pumps. These were part of a limited edition runway shoe that originally retailed for about $400. Now, these are in excellent condition. They have a gray suede upper body with gray leather on the toe box, and they also have this really cool like wooden heel in both of these shoes. The heels are in excellent condition. They have been worn. There is some wear on the bottom sole, but the rest of the shoe is in great condition. Now, I do have these listed for $75. That's what I call my dream price, that I would love it if I could get that much for them. But I also know that these are a very unique style that isn't appealing to everybody. So I hope to be able to get at least $30 to $40. So this next pair of shoes I wanted to share with you are these wedges by Macarena. This is a company in Spain, and these shoes retailed originally for $75 to $100 US. I paid $7 for them at the thrift store. They are in excellent condition. There's no wear on the outside on them, just a little bit of wear on the bottom sole, but who cares about that? They are these jute wedge heels, which I can wear wedge heels all day long, so I'm super excited about that. And they have this perforated leather upper, and the best part about these is they're my size. So I loved these when I put them on. They were super comfortable and super cute. So I might actually wear these for a little while before actually listing them. But since the brand is not very well known, I do expect to only be able to get about $20 or $30 for these shoes. The next pair of shoes I wanted to share with you are these Anne Klein suede block heels. These were in excellent condition until I tried to take the label off. The label did kind of damage the insole a little bit, but thankfully that is just on the inside, and I hope that's not too much of a factor. But before that, these shoes look like they're in almost a brand new condition. They were hardly worn. I did pay $7 for these, so I am hoping to get maybe $20 to $30 for them. Now, this next pair of shoes I wanted to share with you, I also damaged these when I was trying to pull the label off the insole, which was very frustrating because these shoes, just like the last Anne Klein pair, were in like new condition. And it is these Guess heels. They have that logo fabric upper and a cork platform and cork heels. Again, these shoes were like in perfect condition until I did this. I don't know how I did it. I don't know why it did it. It didn't happen on any other shoes, but for whatever reason, on these shoes, that damage did occur. So I am hoping that whoever falls in love with these shoes is able to overlook that, because they are in excellent condition. They are super cute. These retailed for about $89 originally, and I I paid $7 for them. I was hoping to get a little bit more, but now because of the damage on the insole, I think I will only be able to get $20 or $30 for them. So this next pair of shoes, my 16-year-old high school self would have loved these shoes. And these are these Steve Madden pink glitter heels. But you know what? Let's be honest. I'm 49 years old and I still love these shoes. I think they are so cute. I absolutely love them. And they are in excellent condition. Whoever wore these, I think she just wore these to get her picture taken, okay? Because if she wore these, actually beyond that, she's a much graceful walker in high heels than I am, because there's no damage whatsoever to the heel. There's very little wear on the bottom sole. The inside of them is in perfect condition. There's no wear showing on the outside, but they're these platform heels. I think they're like 5-inch heels. I could never wear these, but I still love them. These Mary Jane pumps by Steve Madden. These originally retailed for about $110. Unfortunately though, there were quite a few of these on Poshmark and eBay. So because there are a lot of these out and about, I do think I will probably only be able to get $20 to $30 for these, but I love them. If I could go back in time, I would take these shoes with me. This next pair of shoes are these Tom's lace-up booties. I was really surprised when I did some comps on these shoes. They originally retailed for about $115, $120, and these were consistently selling on all kinds of platforms for about $40 to $50. So I do hope to get that. I paid $7 for them, and if I could get $40 for them, that would be awesome. They are in really good condition. There's very little wear on the outside. There's very little wear on the soles themselves. There's no scuffs on the heels. These are a really great pair of shoes. Of course, I love the color being olive green. I'm really excited to see what these shoes can bring. So the last pair of shoes from the thrift store that I wanted to share with you are these Tahari boots. They are a pull-on knee-high boots in brown suede. These are awesome. They are in perfect condition. There's very little wear on them. You can see whoever wore them did not wear them very much. There's no scuffs on the heel. The toe and the rest of the suede is in perfect condition. The only problem with them is that they're my size, because I love these shoes, and when I try them on, they fit like a glove and they were super comfortable, and I just might have to wear these a few times before actually listing them. I did pay $10 for these. It does look like they retail for about $150, and based on comps, it looks like I could get between $40 and $50 for them. So if I can convince myself not to wear them first, I should be able to get a pretty good return on these. So I actually have one more pair of shoes to show you, but they are a little bit different because they are these kids water sandals by Merrell. They are the Hydro Monarch that actually retail for about $50. These are in excellent condition, and I paid $4 for them, and based on comps, it looks like I should be able to get between $20 and $25 for these. Now, another favorite item that I got from the thrift store is this turtleneck sweater by Sleeping on Snow. This is a brand that is sold at Anthropologie, and there were a lot of these sweaters when I researched it on the different platforms. I bought this sweater for $6, and I saw them being sold anywhere from between $10 and $40. But I do feel like if I am able to hold on to this until the fall and winter season, that I should be able to get about $30 for this sweater. It is in excellent condition. It's a really pretty hunter green color, and being an Anthropologie brand, again, I should be able to get about $30 for this. Another favorite find from the thrift store is this trench coat by Black Rivet. Black Rivet is a company that typically makes all leather jackets that sell for several hundreds of dollars. This jacket obviously is not leather, but it is this poly cotton blend, and it's this real pretty like coral color with brown leather trim on the edges. It is a shorter length. I'm not sure how much of that you can see, and it's in excellent condition. There's no stains on this. There's no holes. It hardly looks like it was hardly worn, and this is just a perfect piece for spring. I did pay $8 for this jacket. It does look like this retail for about $200, $250, so I am hoping to be able to get between $40 and $50 for it. The next thing I wanted to share with you is this Royal Robin skirt. This is the Discovery skirt that retails for about $70. I paid $6 for it, and since this is a higher end outdoor clothing company, I am hoping to be able to get between $25 and $30 for this. This is in excellent condition. It doesn't look like there's any flaws whatsoever, so hopefully I can get a nice return on this one. So this next item I wanted to share with you, I'll be honest, I really didn't know anything about it when I picked it up, but I got it for two reasons, and it is this Ben Sherman brown corduroy skirt, and the two reasons why I bought it was, one, it was only $3, and second, it was new with tags, and on the tags, it originally retailed for $80. So I thought, okay, this must be a pretty decent line of clothing. And so when I came home and did some research on it, all I could really find was their menswear. So it does seem like Ben Sherman is a really nice, high quality menswear clothing company. And I really couldn't find anything about the women's clothes. So I'm not sure if this is something they're just now starting to sell or if it's something that they recently stopped selling. But either way, I went ahead and picked it up. It's, like I said, brand new with tags, $80 retail, and I only paid $3 for it. So hopefully I can get between $20 and $25 for this skirt. So the last two items that I picked up from the thrift store were these two leather belts. Both of these were $3 each, and I don't normally pick up belts very often just because so many of them are so worn. But I did get these two because they were both 100% leather. This first one is a brown belt where I don't know if you can see it very well, but it's got these skulls all along the belt length, and it's real subtle, but it's very cool. The belt buckle itself has very little wear, so I thought this was a good belt to go ahead and pick up. This yellow one looks like it has never been worn. There is no wear whatsoever on the buttonholes, but since I'm an 80s kid, it kind of reminded me of my high school days. It does look like it is a double wraparound belt with rhinestones and silver studs on them. Again, this one was 100% leather and in excellent condition, so I do hope to be able to get between $15 and $20 for each of these belts. So yesterday I was able to stop by the Ben's in Dallas for a couple of hours, and I realized that a couple of hours is not very long in a place like the Ben's, but sometimes you just have to take what you can get. And from there, I was able to pull out 7 pairs of shoes because once again, that's what I always seem to go to first, and that was all that I really had time to look at. One of them was these Poetic License shoes. I love the brand Poetic License. In fact, one of my most favorite pair of shoes is a pair of crushed velvet and glitter Poetic License shoes, and I actually wore them to the dance party at Posh Fest, and let me tell you, my feet were killing me by the end of that night, but I was not taking off those shoes. All the shoes by Poetic License always seem to kind of have this cool retro vintage look about them, and all their shoes have these really fun and unique designs. I mean, it is not a place where you're going to find the classic black pump. That is not going to ever be at Poetic License unless you happen to want that classic black pump to have bows and glitter and sequins and fabric prints mixed in with it. But otherwise, you're going to get something unique and fun like these shoes. Again, these are all purple suede with this white outlining. There are no issues whatsoever with these shoes. These shoes originally retailed for about $125. I did pay $2.49 for them at the Ben's, so I am hoping to be able to get between $25 and $35 for these shoes. The next pair of shoes that I got from the Ben's are these black and gold animal print volatile sandals. These retailed originally for about $55, and I think I could probably get between $15 and $25 for these shoes. They are in excellent condition. They hardly have any wear on the sole, and I also paid $2.49 for these shoes. In fact, at that particular Ben's, which I've never seen this before, all shoes are $2.49, no matter what kind of shoe it is, no matter what kind of condition, whether it's a heavy shoe, a light shoe, whatever. They're all just $2.49. Now, I was super excited when I found this next pair of shoes at the Ben's, and they are these Vince Camuto Gladiator sandals. I think these are brand new. I mean, look at that. That doesn't look like these have ever been worn. I mean, who does that? Who puts brand new shoes in their donation bag to Goodwill? Because that is just crazy to me how these are in perfect condition. These are still selling online for about $65. Again, I paid $2.49 for them, and I am really hoping to be able to get between $25 and $35 for these sandals. I just can't get over how perfect these shoes are. Now, I was really excited about this next pair of shoes as well, and they are these kids striped slip-on shoes. These are actually sold out everywhere online, and this is the perfect time to be listing them because they kind of have this beach chic look about them with this jute lining all the way around the outsole. They are in excellent condition. Again, I paid $2.49 for them. They originally retailed for about $55, so I am hoping to be able to get about $20 for these shoes. Now, I was really excited about this next pair of shoes until I got home. They are these Tahari wedge ankle boots. They retail for about $159, and as I was looking over them at the store, they look like they were in great condition. And then I get home and notice this. I don't know if you can see it, but there's actually like kind of a chunk missing out of the bottom of the heel. How I missed that when I was at the Ben's is totally beyond me. I definitely would not have picked these up if I had had noticed it. It's really bad on this particular shoe. I mean, I would not have picked this up if I had noticed it. And somehow I just missed that obvious and glaring flaw. So, but what can you do? These are still being sold online. So I might take these to a cobbler, I don't know, somebody, and see what kind of repairs can be done to that. I don't know if it would be worthwhile to repair these shoes. It is at the bottom of the shoe, so it's not necessarily too noticeable, but at the same time, with this being an ankle boot, I know these will be over £1 to ship, so that will make them a little bit more expensive. But I also know the person who wants these probably will not want to pay very much because of this flaw at the bottom of the heel. So not sure yet what I'm going to do with these shoes. These just might be going back into my donation pile to give back to Goodwill. I'm not sure yet, but we'll just have to wait and see what I can find out about these. Now, thankfully, these are a pair of shoes that I found at the bins that helped soften the blow a little bit about my last pair of shoes. They are by Franco Sarda. They are in great condition. There are no problems whatsoever with the heel. They don't look like they were worn very much. They're in great condition. There's not really any marks on the leather section or on the animal print sections. So hopefully I can kind of make up for my mistake a little bit on the last pair of shoes by selling these. These look like they are retailed for about $130 originally. Now, one problem I did find with these shoes is that there was quite a few that were actually being sold on Poshmark and eBay and Mercari. So the return that I'm able to get for them will probably be a little bit less unless this happens to be a size, which these are an 8 medium. I don't know. I did not pay attention to the sizes of the other shoes like these that I found on the different platforms, but who knows, maybe that will be the part that helps me. But I am hoping to be able to get between $25 and $35 for these shoes. And the last pair of shoes that I got at the bins yesterday is probably my favorite. It is these leopard pumps by Nine West. I love leopard. I absolutely love almost all things leopard. However, not all leopard is created the same because there is some ugly leopard out there. This is not one of them. This is an awesome pattern and coloring of leopard. I would totally keep these if they were my size, but these are about 6 sizes larger than what I wear. So there's no way that I could even pretend to make these work. These do have a little bit of wear on the outside, but the heels themselves are in perfect condition. Whoever wore these shoes, I feel like they loved them as much as I do, but they are definitely a lot more graceful at walking in heels than I am because there's no wear or scuffs whatsoever on the stiletto heel part. So based on the wear that is on the outside, like there's a little bit here on the toes and on the side, I do think I will probably only be able to get $20 or $30 for them, but I did pick them up because that is just an awesome leopard pattern. I couldn't resist. So between the thrift store and the bins, I bought 22 items for about $110. Now on the low end, I am hoping to bring in a little bit more than $500. I know that's not a ton of money, but it is money in my bank account and it is stuff that is saved from going into the landfill, at least for now. I try to recycle and reuse things as much as possible in my own personal home and also at school. I am a school teacher during the day and I'm in charge of the recycling club at my school. So thrifting is just a fun way for me to continue with that passion of recycling and reusing items. So hopefully these things will stay out of the landfill a little bit longer. Thank you so much for watching this video today. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel if you have not already done so. I would love for you to be a part of this group. Have a great day and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.